Hi you guys, welcome to my channel, Wholesale to Million. My name is Khang, where I share and teach you guys everything I've learned about wholesaling houses, how to go out there and find and locate motivated seller, which means these sellers, they're needing and willing to sell to you at a discounted price, but you gotta learn how to talk to them, negotiate with them so you can tie that piece of property up under contract at a very discounted price, and then learn how to go out there and find that cash buyer that is willing to pay more for that property. And all you're going to do is you're just going to sign the contract over to that buyer for a large profit. All right, now what's nice about wholesaling is you don't need any of your own cash. Okay, so you guys don't need a boatload of money in the bank because you're not going to buy the property. Okay, you don't need good credit because you're not going to get a loan on it. You don't need any construction background because you're not going to fix it and flip it. All right, you guys. But what you do need is you need to acquire and learn the skill set, which I'm going to share and teach you guys in my channel on how to be able to go out there and do it. It is legal and it's something that people do it all around the country. All right, you guys. So anyways, as for this video, I wanted to share with you guys, and maybe, maybe everyone has a different point of view or different perspective or different ways of how they do this. All right. But I'm just going to share with you how I do it. All right. So for those of you who are getting incoming calls and wondering, should you pick up the call and answer it live, or should you let it go to voicemail? Now, here's my opinion. When I first started out, I just let everything go to a voicemail. All right, I let everything go to voicemail. So when you send out your marketing piece and the seller calls, I just let it go to voicemail, and obviously set up your voicemail. Set up your voicemail, letting the caller, whoever calls the seller, to call you to know that what you're doing and what kind of service that you're providing. All right. So I typically leave a voicemail saying, "Hi, my name is Khang. Sorry I missed your call. Thanks for, sorry I missed your call. Please leave your name, your property address, and the best phone number for me to call you back." Something like that. Let them know, hey. Or maybe you can say, "Hi, my name is blah. We buy houses all, we buy houses all around that certain area. Please leave me your name, your phone number, and a good, and the property address, and we'll get back to you." So something like that, all right? And I would let it go to voicemail. And the reason why I let it go to voicemail, because you're going to get more people calling in and saying they're not interested, or they're going to be upset or mad or screaming, yelling, whatever it is, right? But so I let it go to voicemail. Oh gosh, here it happens again. Hold on a second, you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. This thing just wouldn't stick to the windshield. I might have to get a new one. But anyways, I would let it go to voicemail, and then you can listen back to the voicemail. Now, here's the thing. If you're gonna let it go to voicemail, I would try to call it back as quickly as possible, like within the next 5 or 10 minutes. Find a spot where it's nice and quiet, where you're in front of your computer. That way you can punch in all the notes or whatever. All right. Or maybe you have I wouldn't use a booklet. I used to use a booklet, and it's so hard to keep track because you want to set follow-up. All right. So get into your computer, be on your computer. So you want to get into a nice quiet place where you have your stuff ready, so that way when you make the call back, you can start taking notes. All right, you guys. I did it before that. I let it go to voicemail, and then I pull out a notebook, and then I start taking notes off of those notebook. I don't know if you guys saw it in my channel, but I have so many of those, and you guys, it's crazy. After you do it for a while, it's crazy. It's not sustainable because I lose all of my, I don't know who to follow up, when to follow up. So it was all over the place. All right, you guys. So anyways, I would let it go to voicemail, so that way you now can say, okay, well, this seller doesn't need it to sell, so I don't need to call them back. If you want to call them back, great. If you want to call them back and say, hey, thanks a lot for calling. I understand that you're not ready to sell or don't want it to sell at this time, but please keep my phone number in case if you do want to sell down the road or in the future. All right. Maybe if you want to call them back, great. Just call them back. Typically, I don't really call them back. Maybe I'd send a text message if it's a cell phone, but anyways, I typically just don't call them back. If they call and say, hey, take me off the list, I don't want to sell my house. But if they call and leave a voicemail and say, hey, I'm not ready to sell my house at this time, thanks a lot for the notes, but not interested at this time, I would call them back and let them know, hey, thanks a lot for the call. I understand that you're not ready to sell at this time, but if you do consider in the future, please give us a call back. We pay cash, we can close quickly. We offer to pay for all the closing costs if the number makes sense. So things like that. So basically what you want to do is you want to plant the seeds, so that way if they are ready to sell in the future, they'll give you a call back. All right, you guys. So that's what I would do. I would let it go to voicemail and then call back. And you want to be in a position, especially for those of you who haven't talked, who haven't talked a lot with seller, and you're kind of new at this and you don't know what to say. So when you pick up a live call, all right, when you pick up a live call, that might not be so good, because you basically don't want to come off as scammy. You know what I mean? So because people are getting random, letter from you saying you want to buy the house, so you don't want to come off of scammy, especially if you don't know what to say when they ask you some kind of a question, all right? So I would let it go to voicemail. So when you make the initial call back, first of all, you want to prep yourself, all right? I have an issue when I first started, is that because obviously I haven't talked to sellers, so I was kind of nervous, I was kind of scared, I didn't know what to say, what's going to happen, so I was all like, So I want you guys to breathe, breathe, and put yourself in a state of mind that you are going to help this person on the other line. Your intention there is you want to help, obviously. Okay, your intention there is to help them out, and your intention too is, if it works out, great. If it doesn't, who cares? All right, so that way you can get the excitement, the nervousness, the scare, whatever it is, off of your chest, off your back. All right, so basically you want to prep yourself, let them know that, hey, you know what, they need me, I'm here to help them out, I'm here to make the number make sense for them and make sense for me. If it doesn't work out, fine. If there's plenty of deals out there, if it doesn't work out, I'll move on to the next one. All right, so you want to prep yourself up so that way you don't, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, you guys, hold on a second. Okay, I'm so sorry, but basically you want to prep yourself up. Okay, so before you make the initial call, so that way you don't get fears come into play, that you're afraid that you say the wrong thing and you're going to lose the deal, and etc. All right, you guys? So that's what I would do. Prep yourself up. Tell yourself first, I'm here to help them. I'm here to help. I have a great service. This is what we do. They need my help, and I'm here to make the number make sense, help them out, and also help me at the same time. And this is what I do. And you got to tell yourself, this is what I do for a living. I'm out there to help people, connect people, getting a property and connect them with the other buyer and things like that, okay? But obviously you don't want to tell the seller that you're a wholesaler. So when you talk to them, you got to act as you are the buyer. Prep yourself up that you are the cash buyer. You are the buyer. So when you tell them, hey, we pay cash and we can close quickly, you say that with confidence because you are the buyer. So you make sure that you prep yourself up, all right, that you have that in your head, that you are the buyer. Doesn't matter what the price is, as long as the number makes sense. You don't have to buy the property, so don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry about, oh gosh, I don't have the money in the bank. Oh my gosh, I'm saying I'm a cash buyer, but I don't even have the money. I don't know how I'm gonna close on this. So you guys, so before you make the initial call, breathe a little bit, maybe take a couple deep breaths. For those of you who's new, who haven't talked to seller, I would try to practice, role play with people, get a good script. That's why I always say, get a good script, role play with your family, your friend, whoever it is. So that way when you make the initial call, you at least kind of be able to talk to the seller. Now, here's another advice, you guys. When you talk to seller, please act yourself, or be yourself, all right? Just be yourself. I always thought that you have to be professional, that I'm afraid that I don't come off as professional. I'm afraid that, they might judge me that I'm an amateur, I don't know what I'm doing, and etc. So like I tell you guys, represent the company, not yourself. So just tell yourself that you are working for this company, okay? And you are here to be able to see if you can do a deal with the seller on behalf of the company, your company, right? So that's what I would do. And if you don't know the answer, just basically that I would say be genuine, because the seller on the other, or whoever on the other phone or on the other line, the seller, they can sense that, they can sense the genuine. So you want them, you basically want that trust, right? So be genuine. So if you don't have an answer to it, just tell the seller, hey, I'm sorry, I don't have an answer to this, but I will try my best to get the answer for you. I'll ask my team manager. I'll ask I'll ask my boss, I'll ask my senior reps, whatever it is that you will tell them, saying, hey, you know, I want to get you the right answer. So let me get back with that, you know, so let me get back on that. Okay, so it's okay to say that. When I first started out, nobody told me that, you know, right? Nobody told me, just Khang, just be yourself. All right, if you don't know the answer, just say you don't know. It's okay. You just tell them, hey, you're gonna get the answer and you're gonna get back to them. And you know, and if the seller feels that you are here to like really help them out, to like, hey, you don't want to give them the wrong information, and they actually would trust you more instead of coming off like you know everything. All right. I mean, if you know it, great. But I'm just saying, if you don't, it's okay to say you don't know, and it's okay to tell them that, hey, I'll find out the answer. All right, you guys. But anyways, that's the reason why I would let the phone go to voicemail. It's because when I make the initial call back, I want to be in front of my computer. I want to have everything ready so I can take notes, and then I can set follow-up or whatever needed to be done. Okay, you guys? So that way I don't lose that lead. All right? So yeah, I mean, that's why. And then yeah, that's why I let it go to voicemail. So when I make the initial call, I am ready to talk to the seller. All right, I'm in a state of mind that I'm ready to talk to the seller, instead of especially when you're fresh and you're new and you haven't talked to much seller. Picking up that live call can be scary, and it can, you know, if you don't say the right thing or whatsoever, that it might come off scammy, and you might cause that seller to not want to talk to you anymore. All right, you guys. So anyways, but like I said, everybody has a different opinion. Everybody does it differently. Some people would say, hey, pick up, you know, you would want to pick up the live call. But you know, so that's pretty much up to you. I'll let you make the judgment for that. I'm just sharing with you guys how I used to do it. Now, once you get really good at talking to seller, once you get good, then, oh gosh, okay, I'm just gonna hold it. So anyways, once you get good, then you can go ahead and pick up the live call. You know, once you're good, then go ahead, feel free to pick up the live call if you wanted to. If not, then just let it go to a voicemail. All right. I mean, right now we actually do answer live, but I have VA, I have virtual assistant that does it, and they will, you know, then they will pick out, you know, who's motivated, who's not motivated, and then they'll set. The next thing is for me to call those people back. But you know, but when I first started out, until I got really good, I don't answer any live call. All right, you guys. So anyways, that's just my opinion, and I want to share that with you guys. For those of you who are debating if you should let it go to voicemail or pick up the live call. But I would try to get back to them, let it go to voicemail. That way you know who's the one that's wanting to sell, not wanting to sell. So you don't have to waste time being on the phone and get scream at and yell at and swear and cuss at, okay? But I would try to get back to them as quickly as possible. So, you know, as quickly as possible, because you don't want to, obviously, if that seller calls you and they're motivated, okay, now pick up the call if it's anonymous, because you won't know the phone number to call back. So if it doesn't pop up, if it doesn't show any phone number, I will pick up the call. Whether you would pick up the call, and this is what you would say. Hi, sorry, I'm in a meeting right now, but is there a good number I can call you back at? Just give me about 5 to 10 minutes. I can call you back. So you want to let them know that you're in a meeting or you're driving, something urgent where you are not available to talk right now, but then you want to get their phone number. All right. And if they don't want to sell, then they'll probably just gonna tell you that. All right. But anyways, I would try to call back as quickly as possible within the next 5 to 10 minutes, because obviously if that seller is motivated to sell, then they're probably gonna try to call around, or you know, and they're gonna try to call around. But if you call back within 5 to 10 minutes, I think it shouldn't be an issue. All right. So anyways, that's my opinion, you guys. Hope that helps you guys out. But as always, you guys, thank you so much for everyone who have subscribed. You guys are truly awesome. We're almost hitting 100. I'm just super excited. I was showing my wife last night that how close I am to hitting 100. So thanks a lot, you guys, everyone that have subscribed. If you guys like my video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Share with me. Drop me a comment. Let me know where you're at, what you need help with. And you know, I learned this from this guy, and this is what he said. He said that because a lot of times I think people don't ask questions because they might feel stupid, or they might feel it's a stupid question, or maybe it's a common sense question. I shouldn't ask that. I don't want to make a fool out of myself. you know, when I first started out, I have the same stuff going through my head that I don't ask questions. And this is what this guy said. He said, Khang, if you don't ask, you'll be stupid forever because you never know the answer to that. But if you ask, you only be stupid for a few minutes. All right, you guys? There's no stupid question, you guys. I am the most average as can be. So I even asked question before, what's earnest money? What do you mean by motivated seller? Like, you know, so I don't know, and I want you guys to really be free, let your guard down, share everything. This is a channel where we help each other out. You guys help me, pumping me and keeping me motivated, pushing me to create this channel. And I want to be there and with everyone else in this channel to help you guys achieve your goals of being able to do your first deal, your fifth, sixth, whatever it is, and start crushing it, wholesaling houses in your area. All right, you guys? All right, you guys, that's it. Thank you so much. Take care. Have a great day. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.